Today we're taking things to where no mashup has gone before.
When it comes to Descendants, we agree. The characters are awesome.
So we're gonna shake things up a bit and mash the good with the bad.
That's right, fans. We're going there. We call this one Disney's Mashendants. Let's start with Mal. She's the daughter of Maleficent, who was raised to be bad until a chance invite to Auradon Prep arrives.
Once school starts, she begins to feel torn and second guesses the plan she has been pressured to carry out.
So we thought it would be fun to mash her with Jane, the daughter of the fairy godmother.
Jane is very insecure and shy, but like Mal, she also struggles with who she's meant to be.
This mashup is the perfect identity crisis main.
Next up, we have Evie. She's a hopeless romantic with a flair for style.
But she's the daughter of the evil queen, so there's still some bad into her good.
Aunt Audrey is the perfect princess in training and daughter to Sleeping Beauty.
At first, she has it all, but when she loses her happily ever after, we begin to see her jelly side.
This makes for one prickly princess. We present Evdrey.
Now let's talk the most powerful of them all, Maleficent.
She is the leader of the villains, out for revenge, and has a totally wicked laugh.
She's also obsessed with getting her hands on the fairy godmother's wand so she can escape her banishment and have the ultimate powers.
So naturally, we're thinking the FGM for this mash. She is the opposite of Maleficent, good to the core and as sweet as they can be.
She is also the headmaster at Auradon Prep and trying to give the non-magical life a chance.
This mama is one moody mix, the Malefiry Mood Mother.
Now let's talk about the boys.
Ben is the loyal son to King Beast and next in line for the throne.
He is super cute, super friendly, and the reason why the baddies were allowed to cross the magic barrier to attend AP.
This is a momentous occasion, as the day our two peoples began to heal.
We think Jay would be a fun mash. Jay may have sticky fingers, but he is also adorable and super athletic and even lands himself a spot on the tourney team. We're thinking this wicked cutie is sure to crush a few hearts.
We call him Bay. And for our last mash, we have Doug, the son of Dopey. He's a musician, he's smart, and he's determined to win the heart of Evie.
Let's mash him up with Carlos. He is Cruella's son, but strangely has a huge fear of dogs, which can sometimes make him a bit jumpy.
No, stop! Carlos! This thing is a killer!
But like Doug, he is extremely smart, especially when it comes to computers.
This mashup is one smart cookie, Darlos. All right, fans, how did we do? Let us know in the comments below.
You know, I feel Carlos is pain. I also used to have a fear of dogs.
Really?
Yep, but I'm totally over it.
Oh, so cute.
Hey dreamers! Today's versus video is a battle of the boys.
We're taking two Descendants dudes and seeing who rules.
Tell us in the comments below who you think should win this versus and any other verses you want to see.
And don't forget to follow us on Insta, Musical.ly, and Snapchat at Dream Mining.
Okay, Ben versus Carlos, it's on. Battle of the Beasts.
So Ben is the son of Beauty and the Beast, and the current ruler of Auradon.
He may have his mother's kindness, but his beastly confidence and commitment to making life better can sometimes overwhelm others.
Carlos has his own beast issues, as in total fear of dogs.
His mother, Cruella, is to blame for this, since she told him that dogs attack little boys who don't behave.
Yeah, Cruella isn't the best mom out there.
But somehow he managed to find a friend in his furry school mascot, Dude.
So, which Beastly boy do you enjoy? We're calling this one a tie.
Next up, personality pairings.
Ben appears to be a confident and friendly leader, but can sometimes feel insecure.
Always trying to keep the peace, he is honest to the core, especially when it comes to his feelings for Mal.
Carlos is more of a follower and can be a bit jumpy and nervous.
His loyalty to the VKs is obvious, as is his growing confidence in his newfound sport, the Auradon tourney team.
So, which personality pair would you pick? We're going with Ben. Now let's look at super styles.
Ben is usually bold with yellow and blue, and in D2, he's even adding some bad.
Usually a preppy guy, he's kicking it up an evil notch and adding some villain to his vibe.
And the reason for the fashion forward? To save Mal.
Aww. Carlos is always rocking the red, white, and black, inspired by his mother's signature style.
Also adding more bling for D2, we are loving the longer locks, the new digs, and red kicks.
So, which super style makes you smile? Let us know in the comments below.
Alright fans, it's time to see which Descendants dancer dominates.
Ben had us at Did I Mention with his ode to Mal in the first Descendants movie.
But Carlos has us pumped with his recent performance of Ways to Be Wicked on Dancing with the Stars.
Both boys can drop a beat, but we're def calling this daring dancer Carlos.
Now let's look at Motherly Matters.
Ben's mom is Belle, the simple girl whose courage and love of books won the heart of the beast.
She may be a little nervous about handing over the ruling role, but she remains supportive of all of Ben's ideas.
Carlos's mom is Cruella de Vil, the evil villain with the wicked laugh, who's always trying to capture dogs for her fashion.
Treating Carlos more like a servant than a son, his only escape from Mommy was to hang with the other VKs.
I think we all know which mom matters more. Belle.
All right, dreamers, what'd you think? Which boy won the battle? Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more verses and, of course, smash-ups.
We love hearing from you guys, so keep those comments and suggestions coming.
And we totes need to give a shout-out to our Dreamer of the Week, aka a super awesome fan who's always commenting on our videos. Molly Unicorn, we always love seeing your comments.
Hey fans! Today's matchup is kicking it Villain Kids in emoji style.
So let's get smashing. Descendants in Emoji starts now.
And don't forget to tell us in the comments which mashup was your fave. For our first mash, we have Mal and the Purple Devil.
They're both purple and have a bit of the bad in common.
Mal's working on her good side, but her Villain Kid side occasionally shines through.
We're calling this wonderfully wicked mash Meville.
Next up, Evie and the Red Apple.
Known for gorge blue hair and styling and fetch fashion, Evie is as charming as she is smart.
Raised by her mother to find her prince, the apple represents who she is, the daughter of the evil queen.
A perfectly poisonous pairing, Everett Appy.
Our third mash is a triple threat.
Ben is a noble royal who wants to make some positive changes.
He believes everyone deserves a chance, even villains.
Given his father's beastly history, I think he's determined to set things right.
A fine, fearless leader, Bam Crown.
Now it's time to make a muscle mash with Jay and Flex Bicep.
Jay is the overly confident and athletic villain kid.
Coming from a past of thievery, he's currently channeling his skills into being a team player.
Still unsure of his good life, Jay is willing to give this new life a try.
This mash is a muscly merge, J-Cole.
Our last mash is a canine-inspired creation.
Carlos is the son of Cruella and has a love/scared relationship with dogs.
As he works to overcome his fear, he is also learning a lot about who he can be.
So let's call this last dog duo, Dog Looks.
All right, fans, what did you think? Which was your favorite mashup? Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for joining us today, dreamers.
Today's mashup takes us to two lands far, far away.
One, the United States of Oregon, which lies next to a famous isle.
And the other, a school that's a castle near the village of Bookend.
That's right, fans, dreams can come true.
It's time for Ever After High in Descendants. Let's get things started with two of our fave femmes, Raven Queen and Mal.
Both are daughters of evil villains and were brought up to be bad.
Raven decided she didn't like her story and basically became the founder of Rebels, a group of students writing their own destinies.
And Mal began at Oregon Prep as leader of an evil plan and found herself liking the good side more than she realized she could.
So we're calling this popular, purple, and pink prodigy, Maven.
Next, let's talk about Snow. Not that Snow, I mean Snow White.
On EAH, we have Applewhite, daughter of Snow, and a girl who takes great pride in fulfilling her destiny.
In the Descendants, we have Evie, daughter to the evil queen who actually tried to poison Snow White.
Both hope to someday meet their prince, have special talents, and have a thing for apples.
This mash is sure to be the apple of someone's eye, if apple.
Now it's time to take a walk on the boy side.
Both of these characters are princes, wear blue jackets, and have the most gorge brown hair and sparkly eyes.
You guessed it, we're talking about Dexter Charming and Ben Beast.
Dexter's favorite subject at school is hero training, where he learns to deal with all sorts of fairy tale challenges.
And Ben strives to be the hero by first proclaiming that villain kids could enroll at AP, and then by trying to protect his crush Mal.
Now, Dexter can be shy, and Ben is more outgoing, but we couldn't resist this major male mash. Dexter be charmed!
Next, we have Sparrowhood and Jay.
Sparrow is the leader of the Merry Men and son of Robin Hood, the infamous robber who stole from the rich and gave to the poor.
SH carries on his tradition as a skilled thief and also an overconfident musician. It is clear he wants to make an impression, but only on his terms.
Jay also comes from a line of thievery.
What are you doing? It's called stealing. It's like buying whatever I want, except it's free.
And fancies himself a charmer. In fact, on the aisle, he got whatever he wanted, and it wasn't until Auradon Prep that he had to prove himself.
Both clearly have skills, so we're calling this charming combo Jero.
I like what you did with the vocab mashup.
Thanks. And last but not least, we couldn't resist a super evil twist.
In Ever After High, we have Fabelle Thorn, daughter to the Dark Fairy, raised to embrace her dark side. This fairy wants to rule it all, as in all fairies and villains.
Well, rumor has it, in the new Descendants 2, we'll meet Uma, the daughter of Ursula the Sea Witch. Uma steps up as the new leader of the baddies on the Isle of the Lost, and wants to rule both worlds.
Both these characters would definitely make one defined kind of diva. Plus, they both have that cool blue hair thing going on.
A world-dominating kind of girl, Thornuma Bell.
All right, Dreamers, let's hear from you. Hey fans, today's Versus video is about villains, kids, and power.
So sit back and relax as we present Descendants versus the Powerpuff Girls.
Descendants tells the stories of the VKs and how their lives were changed after being invited to attend a school across a bridge away.
Of course, evil plans go wrong, and there's a struggle between good and bad, but things manage to work out, mostly in the end.
The Powerpuff Girls is a show about a trio of superheroes who battle bad guys and go to school and deal with their own sibling rivalries.
And cool fact, the Powerpuff Girls' powers seem to grow as they do.
So, which show is your fan fave? Let us know in the comments below.
Okay, it's time to take a look at the leaders.
In Descendants, we have Mal. She can sometimes be sneaky and put on a tough girl act, but with her powers and purple pizzazz, she always wins over her friends, enemies, and boyfriends.
Blossom is the leader of the Powerpuff Girls. She's strong and a bit bossy, but always pauses to think things through.
But which leader is the most likable? We're calling this one a tie.
Now, it's time to compare villains.
Always out to seek revenge, Maleficent never stops wanting the ultimate power, even if it means using her daughter.
So whether she's using her magic staff or transforming into a dragon, you do not want to get into her way.
And on the Powerpuff Girls, we have him. This King of Darkness speaks with a spooky voice and is actually envied by the other villains. It is said that his actual name is so frightening, no one dares to say it.
That reminds me of another villain, who shall not be named.
And just as creepy.
So which evildoer has the bigger boo? We're going with him.
It's time to take a look at featured teachers.
At Auradon High, we have Headmistress Fairy Godmother. Living life magic wand free, she is committed to raising daughter Jane and teaching the baddies how to be good.
She even trusted Mal after she stole her wand to do the right thing.
And for the Puffs, it's Miss Keen. She's the sweet, motherly type teacher at Midway. Miss K does not like fighting and is always trying to teach other problem-solving skills.
She also has super smarts when it comes to math.
So which teacher would you want to be schooled by? We're going with the Fairy Godmother.
Lastly, let's talk about our gallant guys with glasses.
From Descendants, we have Doug. He's nervous, he's kind, and he's totally crushing on Evie.
A member of the marching band and a bit of a brainiac, he is good to the core.
On the Powerpuff Girls, we have Jared Shapiro. He brings flowers and writes notes, and it's no secret to anyone that he's crushing on Blossom. Jared also has a habit of showing up in Blossom's dreams, too.
He is a minor character and always underrated in our opinion.
But which guy's the greatest one of all? We're going with Doug.
Alright fans, tell us what you think. Who do you think won this versus? Tell us in the comments below.
Hey guys, whose fairy tale fashion is more on fleek, Mal or Raven Queen? In this special fashion rundown, it's a Disney Descendants versus Ever After High.
So, both casts own awesome wardrobes, but let's discuss whose frocks rock the runway.
Starting with Mal, Mal has a unique don't mess with me look.
We love the purple and hot pink leather, but those thigh-high boots would be tricky to pull off at school.
Let's see her style versus Raven Queen.
Again, we love the purple and black and the high neck feather collar. Both girly and tough.
Kinda digging her fashion choices a bit more. Click like if you agree.
Next, Evie. There's no denying what her favorite color is. This gal in blue knows how to rock the punk princess look.
Leather cape and all.
Let's place her against Kitty Cheshire.
Good choice. Kitty here also rocks the same color tone, purple, violet, and pops of black.
She gets a 10 for her cat hat.
Definitely. Both are unique. I can't decide.
Okay, let's move on to Jay.
Let's do a side-by-side with Hunter Huntsman. Both have that skater dude kind of vibe.
Yeah, but I think Jay's leather vest and his beanie just look a little bit more stylish.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Hunter's khakis.
And lastly, let's check out Carlos DeVille's style.
I think we should compare him with Cerise Hood.
Good one. Their looks are very similar, red, white, and black. I think Cerise is the winner of this fashion face-off though.
Yeah, definitely. Girls rule.
So, who do you think wins in the fashion department? Disney's Descendants or Ever After High? Hey dreamers! Ever wonder what it would be like if your parents were famous?
Not just famous, but like Cinderella or Maleficent famous.
Let's do a rundown on Disney's Descendants, where the fairy tale life is reality. Okay, so Disney's Descendants cast looks totally awesome so far. Dove Cameron is playing Mal, Maleficent's daughter. I love the modern take on fairy tale fashion.
The movie will have kids of Disney heroes and obviously the kids of villains too. Here is Sophia Carson as the evil queen's daughter.
And check out Cruella de Vil's son. I think that's a perfect take on what her son would look like.
Actually, you know who would make a good Carlos DeVille? Zayn. I mean, obviously he's not a villain and we know he loves puppies, but remember this look?
The hair is perfect.
So if you could cast the Descendants, who would you pick? Starting with villains.
Maybe Taylor Lautner could be Gaston's son.
Okay, now this is based solely on the hair, but Miley Cyrus could play Ursula's daughter.
Yeah, but no one wants to have Ursula as a mom.
Maybe Kylie Jenner was trying to get the part of Hades' daughter with her recent blue do.
Maybe. Demi's also been rocking that blue hair.
True.
I don't see her being the offspring of a supervillain though.
Yeah, she's just way too nice. So let's move on to the heroes. Who would be your pick for Prince Eric and Ariel's kid? Debbie Ryan or Ariana Grande?
Ooh, that's a tough call. I'm gonna have to go with Ariana. Plus, Debbie dyed her hair blonde, so maybe she could be Rapunzel's kid. Oh, and Bella Thorne would totally be Cinderella's daughter.
Oh my gosh, yes, nice. Austin Mahone could be Snow White and Prince Charming's son. Ooh, and Bradley from the Vamps could totally be Belle's son.
If Prince Philip and Aurora had a son, I'd say it would be either Niall or Ross Lynch.
Oh my gosh, and for their daughter, I'd go with Taylor Swift or maybe Olivia Holt.
Totally. Okay guys, fan poll time. If you were casting Descendants, who would you pick for Aurora's daughter? Would it be Taylor or Olivia? Tell us in the comments.
Hey dreamers, today's Versus has an icy sort of vibe.
Since Elsa is one of the coolest queens we know,
And Mal thinks she's too cool for school,
we were curious to see how they would compare.
this episode's forecast has a definite potential for something unexpected. Love is a huge deal for both of our characters.
Elsa doesn't think she deserves it, and Mal doesn't think she's capable.
But eventually Elsa learns that true love can mend a frozen heart and control her powers.
And Mal learns how to fall in love by falling for super cutie Prince Ben.
So which character learned the biggest lesson in love? We're calling this one a tie.
Since childhood, Elsa was taught to conceal, don't feel. So it's no surprise that she ran away when her powers became known and she accidentally froze her kingdom.
Luckily, she had the trust of her sister Anna to help her overcome her fears and continue to believe that she could mend her mistakes.
And since Mal grew up with Maleficent as her mother and lived on the Isle of the Lost, she learned to trust no one and only think of herself.
Of course, this all changed when she got to Auradon Prep. Her plan for revenge took a turn when she realized that she wanted to be good, not bad, especially when she admitted everything to Ben.
So, who do you think gets an A+ on their Total Trust Challenge? Let us know in the comments below.
Elsa likes chocolate and playing with her sister. She's also been known to throw random ice skating parties for her villagers.
At first, Mal likes stealing candies from babies and doing graffiti art, but eventually finds that using her magic to do good for others and dancing with her friends is much more fun.
We're giving it up to Mal for this one. She definitely came the longest way to achieve her likable status.
Okay, so Elsa has the power to control ice and snow, which she masters eventually. But her parents thought it was dangerous and had to keep her hidden away for fear it would bring more bad than good.
And Mal has many powers thanks to her book of spells. In fact, her magic had all the Auradon girls lined up for makeovers once the word got out.
Which character do you think has the cooler power? My vote's for Elsa. I'm a sucker for snow.
Oh. For Elsa, we have a classic style with a twist of sass. A flowing blue dress with shimmering snowflakes and a loose side swept braid.
Mal is totally rock and roll. She's all about the purple hair and tri-tone leather with the black boots.
I'm gonna say Mal is the winner here. She's totally got the whole trendy vibe working for her, and that hair is gorge.
All right, dreamers, whose would you pick? Are you more of a team Mal or Elsa? Tell us.
Hey fans, summer is finally here.
I know, and we have the perfect plan to help you set it off.
So whether you're hoping to meet your Prince Charming,
Or spend it splashing around,
we've got all the looks to make you look your rotten or royal best.
it's time for Disney Descendants Summer Lookbook. I have to say, Evie is my favorite.
So will your style be absolutely or adorable or radically rotten?
Hey guys, it's Lily.
And Kira.
Does your closet need some fairy tale inspiration?
We've embraced our inner princess and put together our Disney Descendants lookbook.
So, which look was your fave?
Tell us in the comments below.
Hi dreamers! Get ready for the battle of Once Upon a Time. It's Disney's Descendants versus Ever After High. So, Ever After High is a pretty genius idea. The kids of fairy tale heroes and villains. But then Disney comes along and they're all like, we got this. There are some obvious differences, like Ever After High's animated and Descendants is live action. But there are a lot of similarities too. Both deal with the issues of discovering who you really are, despite what you might have been born into. Let's do a rundown of the characters, good and evil, royal and rebel. Let's compare. Alright, first up, the daughters of the evil queen. Raven Queen versus Evie. Both have that dark, edgy style and dramatic do's. I could see them as sisters and best friends. Hit like if you agree. They don't actually have the same parents, but let's compare CA Cupid and Jane. CA is the daughter of Eros, the mythical Greek god of love, and Jane's mom is the fairy godmother. Both girls are all about love and happiness, and they both have that throwback retro style. Which look would you rock? Tell us! Next, let's check out the kids of Sleeping Beauty. There's Audrey from Descendants, and of course Briar Beauty from Ever After High. Briar's Prince Charming is still 100 years away, but Audrey's dating the son of Belle and the Beast, Prince Ben, who is definitely not beastly. Briar is all about living life to the fullest, while Audrey might be a little more reserved. She's suspicious of the new kids at Auradon Prep, especially Mal. Which brings us to Mal versus Fable Thorn. They're the daughters of, well, Disney named her Maleficent and Ever After High calls her the Dark Fairy, but we all know she's the same person. Both Fable and Mal are natural leaders, super popular at school, and committed to carrying out their destiny as born villains. But we'll see how that works out. I think Mal's a bit of a rebel.
I totally do not blame you for your mother trying to kill my parents and stuff.
Totes! Who do you think makes a better fairy tale character? Fable, or Mal? Tell us. Finally, let's take a look at the Charmings. In Ever After High, we have Dexter Charming, who has a thing for Raven Queen. And then in Descendants, Cinderella's son is Chad Charming, who may not always use his charm for good. Side note, the actor's name is Jedediah Goodacre. And I seriously can't decide which name sounds more made up, Chad Charming or Jedediah Goodacre.
Hey dreamers, today's mashup is seriously lit.
It's got magic.
It's got mischief.
It's even got wizards and beasts.
Well, technically just one beast, but he is fantastic.
You're such a geek.
Oh to the yeah.
HP and Descendants starts now.
Let's kick things off with two epic heroes.
Harry Potter is our go-to wizard for fighting Death Eaters, founding an army, and defeating the Dark Lord.
And Ben is the newbie king who is always trying to keep the peace and see the good.
Both risk takers learn some hard lessons, but are real natural-born leaders.
This combined guy is sure to be the GOAT, Barry Better.
Next up, we have some magical maidens.
Hermione is the wicked smart muggle who helps Harry Potter slay it again and again.
Always buried in a book, this brainiac can't resist researching a way to save the day.
Mal is also wicked smart and comes from a wicked world.
But her life changed forever when she left the Isle.
And with her new attitude and Ben, she's on her way to better things.
So what's a good name for this hollow girl? Maloney. Now let's roll with some mellowish fellows.
Ron Weasley is Harry Potter's BFF and the youngest boy in a large wizarding family.
He mostly goes with the flow, but can also be broody.
Still, this Weasley always has his squad's back.
Like even if it means facing his fear of spiders.
Ooh, or when he leaves his family and school to help Harry hunt down Voldemort's Horcruxes.
That's a sacrifice for being the bestie to the boy who lived.
Now look who's going geeky.
From Descendants, we have Carlos.
Carlos can be a bit jumpy, especially when he gets nervous.
But his honesty, loyalty, and total techiness make us heart him that much more.
I love when he got all deep and made Mal share her feelings.
Or when he got all shy trying to talk to Jane.
Oh, they're such a cute couple. Ooh, what should their name be? Janlos or Karin?
Why don't we let the fans decide and vote in the comments below?
Perfect.
Now, here's the neat name for this Fabu fellow, Carlon.
Time to talk about some sweet petites.
From Hogwarts, we have Ginny Weasley.
Her first year at Hogwarts, she got stung by a snake and lived in the shadow of her brothers. But this girl grew up and rocked it.
Ginny goes all savage with Dumbledore's army and also becomes Harry's OTP.
Luckiest girl ever. Jane also struggles with shadows and self-doubt and living up to her magical mom's perfections.
But with a little help from her new VK friends, she's working it.
A name for this Be Better beauty, Janine.
Now let's talk about a daring dark duo.
Voldemort became the ultimate evil after he lost his battle with baby Harry Potter.
Always regenerating and using his Death Eaters, he was willing to destroy everything to take over the wizarding world.
Also out for revenge, Maleficent never got over being banished to the Isle.
She even used her own daughter for her evilest plans.
This duo is deaf, dark, and dangerous. Voldemort.
I seriously have goosebumps right now.
Agreed, that was way creepy.
Okay, so let's talk about some super happy hipsters.
From Harry's world, we have Luna Lovegood.
She is the hippiest, happiest wizard to hit Hogwarts.
Raised by her dad since age 9, this girl is amazed.
Her fashion is on fleek, her wisdom is beyond her years.
And she knows how to battle with the best of them.
So we're mashing her up with Dizzy Tremaine.
Also a total sweetie with a flair for fashion, Dizzy dreams of attending Oridon Prep and following in Evie's footsteps.
Plus, we love how they both totally rock the whole glasses vibe.
A perfectly pleasant pair, Duna Treylove.
And for our last mash, we have some magical, mysterious madams.
From Hogwarts, we have Minerva McGonagall.
She's the shape-shifting transfiguration professor turned headmistress at Hogwarts.
Whoa, try to say that 3 times fast.
She's the shape-shifting Epic fail.
A close friend to Dumbledore and protector of her students, she was kind of like a magical mom.
She always defended Harry Potter and even helped fight in the Great Wizarding War.
At Oridon Prep, we have the fairy godmother.
Also a headmistress and mother to student Jane. Her new goal is to not use magic.
See, Fairy Godmother believes magic is too dangerous, and since her wand is the most powerful, she put it in a museum.
That would be the coolest museum ever. It's got the wand, Evie's mirror, Mal's book of spells.
The creepy wax figures of all the villains.
Right, I forgot that part. Goosebumps Part 2.
So what's the perfect name for this merry and mighty mash? Fairy Godiva McCurgle. All right, dreamers, what'd you think? Which character was your fave?
Since we can't wait for the new movie from J.K. Rowling, Fantastic Beasts, we've got a mashup you won't want to miss.
It's time for some of our absolute faves, Harry Potter versus Descendants.
Ready to see how they compare?
Aloha Mora! All right, fans, let's start with our two main boys, Harry Potter and Ben Beast.
Harry Potter was just an ordinary orphan who discovered he was a wizard on his 11th birthday. That's when an invitation to attend Hogwarts Wizarding School arrived.
Then things went a little cray. He found out his parents were killed by a dark wizard and that a magical universe existed and that he was a hero.
And Ben was born and raised in a castle by his parents, King Beast and Queen Belle.
Eventually in line to take over the throne, he is currently enrolled at Ardon Prep Schools to Royals and other fairy tale children.
Both boys play sports. Harry is the seeker for the Gryffindor Quidditch team where he eventually becomes captain, and Ben is captain of his tourney team.
And both make sacrifices for the good of others.
So which boy do we heart the most? We're gonna go with Harry Potter. Seriously, who can resist a boy with a lightning bolt for a scar?
Next, let's talk Mal and Hermione. First, they are both wicked smart and quickly learn to use their magic by studying their spellbooks.
Mal's a baddie who comes from dark magic, but ultimately chooses to be good.
Hermione came from a Muggle family, but taught herself everything, becoming the smartest witch of her age.
Both girls play key roles in defending the villains in their stories.
And find unexpected love along the way.
But which girl is truly greater? We're calling this one a tie.
Ginny Weasley is the youngest in her pureblood family and has an instant crush on her brother Ron's BFF, Harry Potter.
During her first year at Hogwarts, she fell under the spell of Tom Riddle and was tricked into opening the Chamber of Secrets.
This, of course, freed the basilisk and almost cost Ginny and several other students their lives. Luckily, she was saved.
So we're matching her up with Jane. She's the shy, insecure daughter of the fairy godmother who has a fascination with magic, which she is rarely allowed to use.
Taking advantage of this, Mal tests her by tempting Jane to steal her mother's wand,
so she can finally use the magic that she deserves.
This accidentally leads to Jane destroying the magic barrier,
but gets fixed after a pep talk from Mal, who learns a lesson also.
So which character makes a better damsel in distress? Let us know. Okay, now it's time to go there.
In HP, we have He Who Must Not Be Named,
AKA Voldemort.
He, Harry's #1 enemy, leads the Death Eaters in their mission to rid the magical world of Muggles.
We also have Maleficent. She's a dark fairy out to seek revenge after being exiled to the Isle of Lost with the other villains.
Both go to extremes to get what they want, including coming back from the dead.
But the most vile villain is hands down Lord Voldemort. He gives evil a new name.
And lastly, we thought it would be fun to compare wands.
HP has a wand made of holly with a phoenix feather core, the feather belonging to Fox, Dumbledore's bird.
The wand grew with Harry as he learned his magic and was able to pull off some super wizard tricks like conjuring up a Patronus and placing the Imperious Curse.
Now the fairy godmother's wand only works by using the famous phrase, bibbidi bobbidi boo, but can be used by anyone.
The magic glows white if used for good and green if used for bad. But the magic does not last forever. As Cinderella learned at midnight, the power fades.
So which wand wins? We're going with Harry Potter.
So did you agree with our magical matches? Let us know in the comments below.
And like if you're super excited for the Fantastic Beasts and where to find them coming this fall.
Today I'm going to show you how to dress up like my favorite Mal from Descendants 2. This is the photo that I am using for reference. So let's jump right in. First, I applied light pink all over the lid and dark purple in the crease. It's okay if it's a little messy because we are going to blend it out later. I always keep makeup wipes on hand just in case. I added a highlighter pencil to the inner corner of my eye to match the photo. Now for her outfit. I picked out these purple leggings, a green shirt, and this purple bomber jacket.
And of course, you have to have the purple wig.
Thanks for watching, Dreamers. Comment down below what you are going to be for Halloween. See you next time.
Hey fans, today's verses will be double wicked fun. Let's kick things off by talking about plots.
In Descendants, we are told the tale of Prince King Ben, who decided to use his royal radness to invite some villain kids to enroll in the fairy tale high school of Ordon.
The VKs agree and use this as a chance to steal a magic wand that could break the barrier between their worlds.
Of course, the plot thickens once they get a taste of the good life and love gets ridiculous.
In Descendants 2, our villains are feeling under pressure, so Mal decides it's time to return to her roots and go back to the Isle of the Lost.
But little does she know that her arch enemy Uma has become the lead baddie and is plotting something evil with her pirate crew.
We definitely crazy love Descendants and are already falling for D2.
Moving on, it's time to talk fashion.
In Descendants, everyone clearly had their own signature look. From the colors to the hairstyles to the pleather and the capes, we were obsessed with their style inspirations.
Well, looking at the new movie posters, it seems our baddies and Ben have all gotten an upgrade.
A few of our faves are Mal's new hair fringe and green flame jacket, Carlos's hair flip, Jay's velvety vest, and Ben.
OMG, did you see his beanie cap and ripped shirt? Major swoon.
So which fashion style is your fave? We are totally Team D2.
Okay, time to talk about the Ben factor.
In Descendants, Ben starts out as a prince and becomes a king, falls out of love with his princess and in love with the baddie.
In Descendants 2, Ben has changed again. The question on everyone's mind is whether he's become bad.
Rumor has it his new look is a makeover to help disguise the king as he follows Mal to the Island of the Lost.
So which Ben makes your heart go beep beep? We're calling it a tie.
Now let's look at our villains.
Descendants introduced us to the VK's parents, Maleficent, the evil queen, Jafar, and Cruella de Vil. But clearly Maleficent was the evil leader behind it all.
In Descendants 2, our new baddies are Uma, daughter of Ursula, Gil, son of Gaston, and Harry, son of Captain Hook. Could it be Ursula as the new motivation behind this new revenge?
You gotta love a good villain vibe. So which baddie rocks your vote? Tell us in the comments below.
And last, let's look at the movie sets.
In Descendants, we have the Isle of the Lost, the Beast's Palace, and Ordon.
In D2, it looks like we get a closer look at the original sets, plus one more, a pirate ship. And when there's a ship, there's usually a sword fight.
Hey fans, today's video has us chilling with some villains.
That's right. It's time to see who's the baddest baddie. Descendants 2, Mal versus Uma. It's going down.
First, let's take a look at our villain circle of trust.
Mal has the VKs, Evie, Jay, and Carlos, aka the children of the evil queen, Jafar, and Cruella.
Through bad and good, revenge and awkward moments, they've been there, and so has her boyfriend, Ben.
Ben even went bad and crossed the border to rescue her. Swoon.
As for Uma, she's got a pirate crew.
They dance, they sing, and they definitely know her name.
Especially her evil first mate and BFF, Harry Hook.
But which posse has more punch? Let us know in the comments below. Now let's give a holla to our villain's hair.
Mal has so many cool styles.
There was the blonde with purple fringe, purple waves, purple straight with bangs, purple curl with bangs. Basically, it was a purple party on her head.
And Uma totally rocked the aqua blue, white and black pirate dread braid thing.
It was even gruesomely gorge up in a bun.
So, which hairstyle makes our hands clap? We're calling this one a tie. Get it? Hair tie?
Anywho, it's time to talk old versus new.
Mal was once the baddest on the Isle, but left to live the Ordon life.
But back in the day, she apparently never really liked Uma, and she said she wasn't big enough or bad enough to be in her gang.
Mal even gave her the nickname Shrimpy.
Uma's the new leader of the remaining VKs and wants to seek revenge on Mal and all of Ordon. She's determined to ruin Mal's life and break the magical barrier.
Even while arm wrestling out their issues, Uma showed she had potential.
Especially when after she won, demanded Mal trade the fairy godmother's wand for the recently kidnapped Ben.
But Mal didn't lose her cool and proved she still got what it takes to be bad. I mean, seriously, the girl got sword skills.
Sorry, Shrimpy. It looks like this winner is clearly Mal.
Now, let's see who's got the most potential for power.
We all know Mal's green, glowy eyes means her inner baddie is shining through.
We also know that her spellbook has been the secret to most of her magical powers.
But little did we know she could go full-blown dragon.
And Uma also has some serious tricks up her sleeve.
She not only figured out how to cast a spell on Ben, but apparently could also turn into a gigantic octopus.
Both baddies have the ability to be wonderfully wicked and follow in their mother's footsteps. But we're still giving it up to Mal.
I mean, her boyfriend is the king, which opens up a whole new world of queen power in her future.
It's time to decide whose Mad Mama has more drama.
When we last saw Maleficent, she had been turned into a lizard after battling Mal and the fairy godmother for the wand.
Clearly she deserved it, but now Mal has a daily reminder because she keeps her mother in a cage by her bed.
Mal even takes her in a box when she decides to leave Auradon. So clearly there's still some bond between them.
And Ursula also seems to be in her own cage, aka the local dive called Ursula's Fish and Chips.
These days, she sells seafood instead of stealing souls.
But she treats Uma more like a slave than a daughter.
Like when she shouted, "Shut your clam, these dishes aren't going to clean themselves."
Poor Uma, no wonder she feels so bitter.
So, which mama gets your vote for drama? We're going with Ursula. Lastly, let's break down some fearsome fashion favorites.
Mal was a manic mix of royal meets rebel.
Her dresses were all totally fab, and bonus, designed by her bestie Evie.
But her purple and green tones are the ones we heart the most.
I mean, between the leather upgrades and Dizzy's awesome makeover, Mal was amazed.
And so was Dizzy, even though she had a wicked grandmother.
Still, Uma's pirate pizzazz with its rainbow fringe and swishy sass were so fun.
We also thought her aqua ruffled gown made quite a splash and loved the shell necklace.
Wow, tough choice. Let's say our fave on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, Mal!
All right, fans, what did you think? Are you Team Mal or Team Uma? Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching us again today.
Hey dreamers, today's mashup is going to be quite an adventure.
We're talking Disney Descendants and Adventure Time.
Let's start with Finn. He's the brave human who wants to be a hero.
He can sometimes feel conflicted, but is always willing to help all people and creatures.
Also, he has that totally gorgeous flowing blonde hair he hides under his hat.
Whoa.
So we thought of Ben Beast. Ben is also very brave and caught between a world of good and bad and is always trying to keep the peace.
He also does that Adorbs War, since his dad's the Beast and all.
Plus, they both deal with some cray-cray characters. We're calling this first matchup, Ben.
Okay, let's talk BMO.
BMO is so talented.
So, I mean, BMO can be a video game, or a toaster, or a camera, or even a strobe light, or a chef.
But BMO can also be shy and curious.
Definitely, and this totally made us think of Jane.
Jane is also shy and unsure, but has a curiosity, especially when it comes to magic.
Well, her mother is the fairy godmother after all. So it must be hard to live in her shadow.
Let's see what happens when we put them together. Ready? Bibbidi bobbidi boo!
J-Mo.
Now let's talk Princess Bubblegum.
Let's. First, can I say I love her nicknames? There's P-Bubs, Peebles, PB, so cute.
You know she's not only a princess, she's also an inventor who's wicked smart.
P-Bubs also has the moves like royalty. She is always composed and perfectly princessy.
We're going with Evie for this mashup.
Totes. She's also smart.
How do I find the average atomic weight of silver? That would be 106.905 times 0.5200 plus 108.905 times 0.4800.
And she's totally into the whole princess lifestyle, especially the part about finding a prince someday.
Plus, Evie's friends know how creative she can be, especially when it comes to style.
Yeah, these two make quite the creative mash. Let's call them EB.
Now let's talk the IK, or as some call him, Simon.
So the Ice King used to be bad, like trying to come up with a plan to kidnap Princess is bad, but now he's basically good.
True, but he does still have a very short temper, and we know he's powerless without his crown. And in Descendants, we have Maleficent.
Now, she is truly rotten to the core, has a very short temper, and always a plan for revenge in the back of her mind.
Don't you wanna be ruthless and rotten and mad? Don't you wanna be very, very good at being bad?
But like the IK, the source of her power is contained in one magical object, her staff.
This mashup is a recipe for disaster. We present the Ice Marcian.
And lastly, let's talk about Marceline the vampire.
She is one of my favorite characters, and I can honestly say she rocks.
Marceline is so complex. She's half human, half demon, and totally fearless.
Not to mention she likes to play pranks on people.
Yep, and we couldn't think of a more perfect mashup than to go with Mal.
She can also rock, has a wicked determination, and has a little bit of fun with pranking as well.
Like when she changed Jane's hair.
This mashup has girl power written all over it. We're calling it Malceline. All right, dreamers, keep those suggestions coming.
And let us know how you liked the video in the comments below. Hey dreamers, we've got a brand new mashup for you. We just can't get enough of Disney's Descendants because our love for them is ridiculous. So today we're bringing them back and mashing it up with the Shopkins. Okay, let's start with Dopey's son, Doug. He's smart, loyal, and loves to play his trumpet, and he totally has an instant crush on the evil queen's daughter, Evie. And in the Shopkin world, we have Pancake Jake. He is also a true friend and will flip over to help them out. Both are super likable and someone we'd love to have in our posse. So let's call this first mashup PJ Dake. Next, let's talk about Audrey. She's the daughter of Sleeping Beauty and is just as beautiful as her mother, not to mention her fashionista abilities. And what goes with princesses? Princes, of course. Audrey is totally obsessed with being the girlfriend to Prince Ben, and it doesn't hurt that he's next in line to be king.
This is Audrey.
Princess Audrey. His girlfriend. Right, Benny Boo?
Well, Ben is a major cutie, so can we really blame Audrey? Definitely not. He's a keeper. A perfect Shopkin to mash would be Ring-a-Rosy. Totes. She's a sparkly heart diamond ring who is classy, pretty, and likes to get attached. We think the perfect name for this perfectly proper princess is Ring-a-Rosy. And since his name popped up, let's talk about Ben. He's the totes adorbs son of Queen Belle and King Beast, who is determined to bring the baddies and the royals together in peace and harmony. Not to mention he's captain of the tourney team at Aradon High. Obvi, he's quite a catch in both his looks and strengths. Death. And here's a Shopkin who is always showing his muscles and proving how strong he is. He's green, he's lean, and his name is Asparagus. You know, the Hulk is also green and strong. I know. I wonder if Ben would be as cute if he was green. Nah. Anywho, let's call this combo cutie Bengus. Now let's talk Mal. She starts out rotten to the core, but finds herself torn between who she really is and what her mother wants her to be.
A million thoughts in my head. Should've let my heart keep listening.
Let's mix her up with a Shoppy who is both sweet and sour, Bubbleisha. Together they would make the ultimate tragedy of good versus evil. Let's call them Malisha. And lastly, we have Evie. She's the blue-haired daughter of the evil queen who was always taught to look her best and find herself a prince. She is kind, flirty, and always dressed to impress.
Any chance he's in line for a throne? Anywhere in line?
She reminds me of Jessica Cake, who also has blue hair and is always tastefully dressed. These two could practically be twins. This mashup is seriously perfect. Jess Eve. I love doing mashups. Word, and we couldn't have done it without you fans. Keep those comments flowing.
Hey dreamers, today's episode is Monster High versus Descendants.
One show is about the ghouls and the other one is about who's cool.
Let's see how they compare. First up, Jane versus Jackie Lara.
Both have gorgeous eyes, famous parents, and can get emotional at times.
But their personalities are totally different. Jackie Lara is outgoing and Jane is totally shy.
So who would you want to be friends with more? Let us know.
It's time to talk boys, as in Claude versus Ben.
Both are super athletic, but Claude has a tendency to be influenced by his friends.
And Ben has a lot of responsibilities, especially with that whole becoming king thing.
But they always find time for their girls.
Aww.
Now it's time for a diva duel.
Cleo Denial is the undead Egyptian princess and Queen Bee at MH.
She is a total fashionista who loves to accessorize in gold, and her motto is, I rule.
And Audrey is also a princess who can be a bit rude and self-centered, especially when it comes to relationships.
And of course, she's also always dressed to princess perfection.
So who puts the D in diva?
We're going with Cleo Denial.
Next up, we have Gulia versus Mal.
Both girls started out being bad. Mal influenced by her mother, and Gulia a former villainess with her BFF Cleo.
However, Mal chooses to be good after realizing there's more to life than being bad.
And Gulia decided to put her energy and smarts into friendships instead of evil plots.
So who gets the most redeemed medal? We're thinking Mal. After all, her mother is the leader of all villains.
Lastly, let's talk schools.
In Monster High, all the students are the children of famous monsters and creatures, dead and alive.
And in Descendants, we have Aradon Prep, school for the children of fairy tale characters.
Both schools are unique in their own way, but very different.
So which school would you love to attend? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.
If Mal was a pony...
Hey guys, one of my all-time favorite shows is Disney Descendants. Anything with magic, mystery, even a little romance, I'm all about it.
And we know that you all love MLP.
So today we are doing a much asked for and much anticipated mashup of My Little Pony and Descendants.
Let's start with Mal. She's a leader and artistic.
She is just like Twilight Sparkle, and in fact, they kind of look alike, right?
Yeah, like the purple and pink.
Yeah, their mashup, Malite Sparkle.
Awesome. Okay, Lonnie is the daughter of Mulan and has a sweet heart that loves her friends.
Just like the kind and gentle Fluttershy.
Yeah, Fluttershy is so considerate of all the other ponies, and we're calling this team Launcheye.
I want to be friends with Launcheye.
Okay, Applejack is sweet, just like her name would imply, and she's always willing to help a friend and cares about the environment around her.
We think she's just like Jane, the daughter of the fairy godmother. We are calling this sweet mashup Apple Jane Jack.
Nice. Okay, Chad Charming is athletic and pretty, well, charming.
Just like the super adventurous and dependable Rainbow Dash.
These two cuties are being mashed up to be Rain Chad Chardash.
Interesting combo, right?
I love Rarity because she's into fashion and making her friends happy with the designs and all.
She rocks that silver look, which is so in right now. Should I dye my hair silver?
Kira, don't get distracted.
Okay, sorry. Rarity reminds me a lot of Audrey, the cheerleading captain and total fashionista.
Okay, you know what? Audrey also kind of reminds me of Pinkie Pie, though. She's cheerful and loves hanging out with her friends and having parties.
We'll do a threefold mashup?
Let's do it. Pinkie, Rairdrie, Pie.
Sounds yummy and weird.
Well, guys, what did you think? Love Descendants and Avi the main six.
This was fun. What kinds of mashups should we do next?
Guys, my best friend Juliet is joining us on Dream Mining. Give her a warm welcome.
Hey guys, so excited.
Today we're going to set it off as we count down 10 fun facts about Disney's Descendants 2.
So let's set this episode off and check it out.
Alright, for our first fact, let's talk about the new catchphrase for this movie.
Can you say dark and mysterious? We certainly can. Looks like things are getting darker.
For fact number 2, let's talk about the awesome fashion forward our baddies have taken. The hair, the clothes, the accessories, lovin' it, and the new movie poster.
OMG, is Prince Ben taking a walk on the bad side?
We'll discuss that and other deets in an upcoming DM Descendants versus video.
Coming in at number 3, we have the who's in, who's out scoop.
It seems most of our faves are back. Maleficent, the FGM, the baddies, and most of the goodies with one exception. No Princess Audrey.
I hope she didn't prick her finger on a spinning wheel and fall under a sleeping spell like her mother. That would be bad.
For number 4, we're hearing that Disney director Kenny Ortega will return to add his magic touch to the Wicked tale and hopefully some new Wicked dance moves.
KO was also director for the mega hits High School Musical 1 through 3. And if you have no idea what we're talking about, you should totally check it out. We promise you won't regret it.
Our fifth fact is about the new crew. Disney has been dropping some clues in their recent D2 sneak peeks.
Apparently joining the baddies, we have Harry, the son of Captain Hook, Gil, the son of Gaston, and Uma, the daughter of Ursula. Which leads us to believe the evil octopus villain herself may also make an appearance.
Which leads us to fact number 6. The story goes that Mal returns to the Isle of the Lost, and when she does, Uma has taken over as the leader of the Bad Pact. So there's kind of an archenemy going on.
For number 7, we have the deets that this movie will focus on our fave baddies facing an identity crisis.
Is it okay for them to be part Auradon and part Isle? And is that even possible? Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Our 8th fact is about Dove Cameron, aka Mal. She recently shared that after she was cast in Hairspray Live as Amber Von Tussle, alongside Kristen Chenoweth's Velma Von Tussle, she almost lost her role due to timing issues with filming D2.
But clearly that wasn't an issue, and this dynamic duo were able to rock both shows.
Fact number 9. If you're just as pumped for D2 as we are, you can geek out and share your excitement on Twitter by using hashtag Descendants2.
And our 10th fact is that Disney Descendants 2 will premiere this summer. So keep watching Disney Channel for the official when details.
So what did you think, fans? Which fact got you the most pumped for D2?
I love the new styles.
I love the new baddies.
Okay, let's be honest. We love everything about this movie.
True fact.
Alright, Dreamers, thanks for watching us today.
Don't forget to follow on Instagram, Snapchat, and Musical.ly at Dream Mining.
So until next time,
see ya.
Bye.